Okay, what is going on, everybody? Been a while. Been a while since I, did my E3 video. Things happen. It's summer. People like to have fun, enjoy life. You know how it is. So, welcome. Be sure to, hit that like, that favorite, that subscribe, hit the bell, retweet. Always follow and support your favorite YouTubers, whether they're big, small, whoever. We like to keep our little community going at this side of the YouTube. So, before I even get started, we need to talk about something real quick while people are filing in. My opinion, okay? Excuse me. Let me get this out. People shouldn't be offended by my opinion, by my views or anything. Obviously, I do bring a higher degree of credibility than most because I've been around gaming more than most. But when people ask about how they should improve their podcast, how they should do this, how they should do that, they're asking for my opinion, and I give my opinion. You shouldn't be upset about it. I'm just giving my opinion. You have the choice to listen to it, take feedback from it, ignore it, do whatever you want with it. But my words are just my words. You shouldn't be upset and, having your day, your week, your month, your summer ruined over what me, another man over the internet, has to say. And that's that. So, E3 2019. We already did the Microsoft conference, and the Microsoft conference was absolute trash. They did nothing to create any kind of momentum for the Xbox One going into the next Xbox. They're trying to save everything for next year, but that really doesn't do much, especially when their chief rival, the leader of console gaming, Sony, wasn't even there. Now, Nintendo didn't rest on its laurels. They didn't say, hey, we're selling a lot, we're not going to do anything. They actually had a pretty good show, and they are continuing to keep the momentum going. At least that's my opinion, the way I see it. I'm a very harsh critic. Very harsh critic. I tell it like it is, and I don't, excuse me, sugarcoat things. So let's let people fill in real quick. Let me send my greetings to people. Let me check out the chat. We got Holy in here, Dark Star Angel in here, Game Over Eddie, Speedstar, Turbo Pikachu. I see a lot of the regulars. What's going on, everybody? And yes, I do believe Final Fantasy VI is greater than Final Fantasy VII. Oh man, next time I gotta do a podcast before dinner. Maybe grab some water. Maybe I'll do that. But let's go over some of these announcements real quick. I kind of it's kind of feeling this conference. Smash Brothers Ultimate DLC. The heroes, or the hero class, or however you want to define it. Let me get some water real quick. I'm sorry. Let me grab some water. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Because if I don't get some water, I'm just going to be coughing all podcast, and it's not going to be a good thing. All right, so again, first announcement was the Smash Brothers Ultimate DLC from Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age. You can now be the hero class from all the games, all their alternate costumes and everything. But it's kind of funny because I feel like we have enough sword characters in Fire Emblem, but I guess you can never have anymore. You can never have enough. They also added along Banjo-Kazooie, and if that's not a kick in the nuts of Microsoft, that in the entirety of Microsoft owning Rareware, that Nintendo has utilized Banjo-Kazooie in a better way than Microsoft ever has. And that's just pathetic. Now we have Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of Elusive Age, Definitive Edition S, that will also be coming onto the Switch. And eventually I will buy that game. I will buy it at a cheaper price when it gets reduced because I've already beaten the PC version. But I will buy this game simply for the fact that I own every version of Dragon Quest on a portable console. I own 1, 2, and 3 on the Game Boy Color. I own all the remakes and the redos and the remasters on the DS and the 3DS. The only one I don't own on a handheld is the online Dragon Quest, what was it, 10 or 10, I believe? Yeah, the online version of 10. Because that came after 9 Starry Skies, I believe. So I probably will double dip on this. And I never double dip on a game, so that's good. Next up, we have Luigi's Mansion 3. I've never been a big fan of Luigi's Mansion. I'll say that right now. I believe that if a mainline Mario game came out to launch on the GameCube as opposed to Luigi's Mansion, that they would have stood a better chance coming out of the gate against the Xbox and Halo. Now, this game does have a cult following, and a lot of people like it. I just personally don't care for it. But because I don't care for it doesn't mean, it's a bad game. Dark Crystal Age of Resistance Tactics. I really don't know what this game is. It doesn't look really appealing. I mean, I know it's a turn-based strategy game, kind of like Fire Emblem, which I do like those kind of games, but I don't know. I guess I have to wait till I get more information on it. It's not really something I have on my radar. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. This is a tough one because I have Link's Awakening. I believe Link's Awakening is a great game, and it's an amazing game. This remake, it's a remake. It's a remake, remaster, whatever you want to call it. It's a re-rendition. It looks like a good game. And it would be a game I would be interested in getting, but from what I'm hearing, it carries between a $40 and a $60 price tag, and that is way too much for this game. Absolutely way too much. Nintendo is just out of control with their pricing of games, and I'm not a big fan of that. I mean, the alternative here is to wait for a price drop to pick up this game, but the problem with Nintendo games is this. There never is a price drop for a Nintendo game, so if you're not interested in a Nintendo game, you can't wait for the price to go down. It just doesn't happen. And that's very annoying because I would play this game for 20 or 30, but I would not play this game for 40 to 60. And that's the problem. Trials of Mana. Whew. I'm excited for this game as long as they do it right. Hopefully they have online play where people can just pop into your game and play as the characters, because it kind of wouldn't work anywhere else because you get 3 characters to choose from. It's your game. Somebody really can't just pick their team and move into your game. I don't know. I just can't see it working any other way than that. But Trials of Mana is going to be totally remade for the Switch. It is the 1995 version of Seiken Densetsu 3, which would be Secret of the Mana 2, which would be Final Fantasy Adventure 1. Hold up. Seiken Densetsu 3 would be Secret of the Mana 2. Secret of the Mana would be Seiken Densetsu 2. Seiken Densetsu 1 would have been our localized version of Final Fantasy Adventures for the Game Boy. So this would be the second Secret of the Mana game, or the third game in the Mana series. A game that we never got, but a game I made a video of a long time ago of games that need to be localized in the States because we never got this game, and this game was an amazing game. Amazing game on the Super Nintendo. It is pretty much the game that started me playing fan translations way back in the day. So I'm excited to see this game, and I hope they do it right because the Secret of the Mana remake that they did on the PC and the PlayStation earlier on a year ago or a couple years ago, that wasn't it, Chief. No, it wasn't. It was not it. Fire Emblem The Three Houses. I mean, it's a Fire Emblem game. Fire Emblems they're always good games. I'm happy this game is coming out. I was going through a little, how should I say, Fire Emblem burnout recently. Because let's see, what are the last games I played? I literally played Fates. I played Echoes, both versions of Echoes, all 3 in a row. And after that, I was like, oh, no more Fire Emblem. 3 Fire Emblems in a row is just way too much. But this is coming at a good time where I have not played a Fire Emblem, and I believe close to 2 years, so I'm ready to jump back into it again. But where's my Advanced Wars, people? Can I get an Advanced Wars? Your boy, your homie, your best friend, your best NPC Black Bond has really been waiting for Advanced Wars like forever. Forever. I know they got that I forgot what it's called, War Zones or War Chief or Chief War or whatever that game is on the PC and the Switch and everything. I'll probably get it on PC with Blandrew's money, but that's besides the point. But as far as the game being good, because it's a Fire Emblem game, I really don't see anything about this game I find appealing as of yet. I mean, I know War Groove, there you go. That's the game I'm talking about. I really don't see anything appealing about the Three Houses that kind of separate it from any of the other games. But, you know, I know it's a Fire Emblem game. I know it's going to be, at worst, decent. But nothing has really come out in this game that's been like, damn, this is a Fire Emblem game and I got to get it. Honestly, and I mean this all in all righteousness and all truth, after this game, I do not want any new Fire Emblem games for a while. And by that, I mean, I want a remake of Genealogy of the Holy War and Thracia 776 that were both on the Super Nintendo. These games need to come out. I mean, Genealogy of the Holy War came out in 96 on Super Nintendo. Thracia 776 came out in 1999 and 2000 on the Super Nintendo. And there really isn't any official localization of those games, and they need to be on something. They need to be localized. Xenoblade 1 remake, we already got that on the 3DS, but honestly, if they made a Xenoblade 1 remake, I'd probably buy it because that game is just the goat of all goat things. Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6. I mean, yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, have they ported Resident Evil 1 through 3 onto the Switch? I mean, I know they have 4. So they have 4 and they have 0. So they might as well do... Wait, they have 4, 0, and the remake of 1. So they might as well have... You're right, they do need to do Binding Blade too. I played a fan translation of Binding Blade, and I have a localization card of Binding Blade, but they do need to do 1 too. 5 and 6 is good. I believe they have a cloud version of 7. Resident Evil 5 is always a good game. It's not a good Resident Evil game, but it is a good game. Resident Evil 6 is an absolute abject disaster. I don't know why people like it. I played that game with Blacktooth. Playing with a friend was fun because you're like, damn, look how bad and terrible this game is. But outside of that, it was just like, whatever. I don't even believe the next Resident Evil should be Resident Evil 8. They really need to remake Resident Evil 3 and capitalize off of the remake of Resident Evil 2. After dealing with Mr. X and Resident Evil 2, I need Nemesis. I need him. I want him. I need him. I want to see people crying, screaming. People were really complaining about Mr. X. Could you imagine how bad they're going to be complaining about the Nemesis? Oh, God, here we go. Megazio talking about Resident Evil 6. Resident Evil 6 was not a good game. I'm sorry. It just wasn't. It wasn't a good game. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition. Wow. Wow, oh wow. This is a game I never thought I would ever see on the Nintendo Switch. And here it is. And apparently it's being ported and it's not taking away of Cyberpunk. So I have no problem with this game. I would like to know how this game plays. I mean, I would never play this game on a TV because it would be an abject disaster knowing the Switch, but it could be fun in handheld mode. The only problem I have in handheld mode is this, people. And here, I was talking to Jack Move about this, and I was talking to other people about this, about people playing RPGs in portable mode. When I play RPGs, I like to, sit down, relax on the couch, plug the PC up to the TV. I'm playing for like 4, 5, 6 hours at a time. Now, people like to say that the DualShock 4 has poor battery life. Well, you know what has worse battery life than the DualShock 4? The Nintendo Switch. It has worse. So let me open my GOG real quick. I have 323 hours. Let's see if we can do a screen share here. That is 323 hours on The Witcher 3. That is with both expansions. Crazy, right? That's a lot. Show all my activity here. I mean, this game just has trophies after trophies after trophies after trophies. Whatever. It's a long game. So let's pull up this calculator type dealie, right? How much battery life does the Switch have? Come on, man. Come on. Anyway, we'll leave it like that. How much battery life does the Switch have? I'm thinking a modest 3 hours because that's what I get. So if we do 723 divide by 3, that would take 241 charges of a Nintendo Switch battery for me to finish this game. That is absolutely absurd and crazy. There's no way that realistically can work. 241 individual charges. Good God. And yeah, I'm going off of Breath of the Wild's 3-hour battle web. There's no way I can play that game on a Switch. But you know what? If that game goes down deep low in price, I may think about picking it up because I don't own a physical copy of The Witcher 3. And that game comes with everything on the cart, so it is what it is. Next up, we got No More Heroes 3. No More Heroes 3. I mean, it's better than that other Travis game. I'm excited for No More Heroes 3. It's goofy, it's silly, it's fun, it's mature, it's profane, doesn't care about anybody's feelings. No More Heroes has always been a good game, and I'm excited to play it. But I'm guaranteeing you have to be playing it with the Joy-Con things because of all the moves and everything. But that's not really a problem. It's funny how if you look between No More Heroes 3, you look between Bayonetta 3. What is Astral Chain rated? Astral Chain, that's a Transformer. No, that was Astral Train. What is Astral Chain rated? Let's see. Does it have a rating? Teen. Regardless of which, I feel like Nintendo is putting out way more adult-oriented content than Nintendo. That's a fact. Got Astral Chain, a teen. No More Heroes 3, mature. Bayonetta, mature. I mean, Dragon Quest 11's, that's going to be a teen-rated game. Is Daemon X Machina, is that also a mature game? I'm going to assume that's teen. But, Nintendo is actually putting out more adult content than Microsoft, which is kind of scary when you think about it. No, I mean, Microsoft came out with the whole dude bro mature gamer thing, but yeah, they're putting out a bunch of children looking type games lately. Contra Rogue Corps. There will be 10 titles in the series made available today. I'm guessing that's the collection, but let me look at Contra Rogue Corps. I believe this was an isometric game. I wasn't really feeling it, to be honest. Yeah, I'm looking at this right now. It looks kind of isometric. And it's got Panda. Yeah, no, this game's a hard no. Contra can only be... Yeah, this game's a hard no. Contra's a 2D side scroller. I'm sorry. It can't be anything else. I'm glad they tried to make like another Contra game, but like it's like Mega Man, it's like classic Castlevania. It's like Super Metroid. It has to be 2D. There's no other way. It can't be done any other way. I'm sorry, it's just how I feel. Daemon X Machina. This game is a an X factor. It's an Ex Machina. Do you all like No More Heroes now? It is multiplayer? I didn't think it was multiplayer. Is it a multiplayer? I know the past games got ports, but let's check it out. No More Heroes 3. No, I don't know. Anyway, Daemon X Machina. I don't know what to think about this game because it looks good, but people say it looks bad. I'm getting tons of mixed opinions and views on it. I have not seen anything myself that can get me a good feel for it. And obviously, I don't like that. Check out my opinions on Death Stranding. So I don't know. I mean, it could be a game I'm interested in. It could be a game I pass on. Who really knows? Panzer Dragoon. Whew, this game has been in dire need of a remake forever since Sega lost a master copy on Saturn, which is why that game is so damn expensive because it couldn't port, remake, or do anything with it. So now we have a whole complete remake built from the ground up on it. And this game is a pretty much must-buy for anybody who hasn't ever played it because, you're just really experiencing a classic right here. You need to buy this game. And it's made by a Polish publisher. I mean, the Polacks, they're coming out in force lately. So I'd be interested in Panzer Dragoon. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Take BG to the back alley with a stick with the shotgun edition. BG really doesn't know the skill ceiling, the skill gap, and the time it takes to, not just, I mean, he thinks that you just get a Pokemon and you fight. That's the easy part of Pokemon. Raising them, breeding them takes forever. Getting the correct stats takes forever. The correct moves and that is the stuff that is time consuming. I feel like anybody can just play Pokemon, but it's more than just playing. You actually have to build a team. And the team building is the most time consuming and the most strategic part of the game. BG has no chance when he's going to be going up against kids and social rejects that have hundreds of hours into being able to breed the perfect Pokemon with the perfect stat and the perfect gender and all this other kind of stuff with shinies and EVs and EX. And like my friend's girlfriend tried to get me back into it. I'm like, well, look, I don't have time. I don't have time. It's too much. But it's a Pokemon game. Excuse me. I know people are complaining about the Pokedex and everything. And look, I can't pretend to care about it or give a damn about it here, there, or not. But like I said, I haven't played Pokemon outside of Red, Blue, and Yellow. But again, if you're a Pokemon fan and the Pokedex thing isn't included to its full depth that it should be, then yeah, I guess that's a legitimate complaint. So you know what you do? Keep on complaining. Just like when they didn't want to have online play for Super Mario Maker. That made me not want the game. But now that it has online play with friends, that is a game I will get. Hopefully somebody can, get your boy Bon on the family plan because I don't pay for, peasant online gaming experiences, but that's just me. Next up, we have Astral Chain. And Astral Chain, just like Deus Ex Machina, is a game I don't know if it will be good or if it will be bad. Again, Platinum games might as well be called coin flip games. Their games are either good or they are bad. They're either 8s and 9s or 3s and 4s. There is no in between. There just isn't. There is no run-of-the-mill B-tier games from Platinum. You either get an A B-tier game or a DF tier game. That's all there is. So here's hoping that it will be a good game. Obviously, the game is not going to be Game of the Year material. So get that out of the way. And yes, Hyrule Master Dragon Quest XI is good. It is a must-play. Hopefully, when they port it to the Switch, that they get rid of all the crazy amounts of motion blur. I would have literally died trying to play that game on my PlayStation 4. It wouldn't have worked. I was damn near about to puke and throw up playing the PC version. Thankfully, it runs on the Unreal Engine. I can go in and change things. But yeah, if you're very sensitive to motion blur, I would highly recommend checking out the demo of the game if they have a demo. Because again, the motion blur is insanity. Like you, whew, God, feel like you're on Percocets. Empire of Sin, John Marrero project, the guy that created Doom. I mean, isometric game. Let me check this game out, because I don't watch these conferences, so got to kind of check these things out. Empire of Sin. Another mature game. Oh, this game actually looks pretty cool. I'll have to wait and see on this game, though. I'll have to wait and see. That's something to keep an eye on. Nintendo seems to be getting a lot of more mature games, which is a good thing. Nobody can really say they're into their kiddie things really anymore. Cadence of Hyrule. Now, I heard they had a prior game similar to this, and a lot of people speak high praises of Cadence of Hyrule. Me, myself, I really don't know about it. I mean, not really into these rhythm games like Final Fantasy Dancing or the Dragon Quest Dancing or the Crypt of the Necro Dancer. But hey, if that's your thing, go for it. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, Tokyo 2020. I don't know who keeps buying these games, but apparently people keep buying them, they keep making them, and they keep selling them. I mean, when I really heard about a Sonic Mario crossover, the Olympics isn't what I had in mind, but who knows? They make money, they print money. Animal Crossing New Horizons, don't really care for it. Animal Crossing's a game for chicks, it's a game for women. It's a game like your girlfriend plays in the bed while you're chilling, watching a game before it's done and you handle business. That's all I really got to say about it. Other games we have in the Direct include Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order, which I'm guessing they'll be fighting the Black Order, which is Thanos' 4 dudes. Dead by Daylight, never really heard of it. Stranger Things, can't imagine it being good. Spyro Reignited Trilogy, it's Spyro, Just Dance, it's Just Dance. Super Lucky's Tale, and Minecraft Dungeons. Goddamn, Microsoft be putting more games out on the Switch than they do on the Xbox. Ni no Kuni remake, Wrath of the White Witch. That's a hard pass on me because I can't play a game with a 5-year-old main character. Catan, I mean, hey, I had Risk on the computer. It's a lot easier to play if you, instead of setting everything up. The Sinking City, don't really care for it. Alien Isolation, decent game. Hollow Knight, good game. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered Edition. Had that on GameCube. Don't know what I really think about it. I don't know. It kind of was like a mana game, but not really a mana game. We'll see. Dauntless, don't really care for it. Wolfenstein Youngblood, we'll definitely get that game when it's cheap because Wolfenstein is not as good as Doom. Doom Eternal, y'all know I love Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal is a good game. It's going to be a good game. Doom is an amazing game. The Elder Scrolls Blades, don't really care for it, but I want to end this video talking about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, or the sequel or whatever. I always said the Breath of the Wild game wasn't a great Zelda game, but it was a great blueprint for a game I think, if properly executed, could be of Witcher caliber. Now, I've said this before, that maybe Xenoblade X and Xenoblade 2 could be of Witcher caliber. That is not the case. The Witcher 3 is heads and shoulders above those kind of games, but Breath of the Wild was good. But the problems I had with it were stamina, durability of shields and weapons. Those were gameplay mechanics that I just thought were dumb. I feel like weapon durability should have been multiplied 5 times over. Not only that, but you should have been able to repair certain weapons or repair actual legit weapons for some kind of hefty but reasonable price. I did not think that there were enough villages in the game, enough towns. I did not think there were enough main characters or a cast in the game. I did not think that there was enough side quests or quest lines or anything like that. I did not think there were any real antagonists to the story. There were 4 Megazords and the magical cloud from Final Fantasy III. If you make a sequel of Breath of the Wild, you make it so there's you fix the durability, you fix the stamina, I'll say fix the horse controls too. I didn't really like them. You fix those three things. You put in more towns, you put in more people, you put in more antagonists, you put in more actual enemies, you actually put in a group of bad guys, you make, more than one set of bad guys. How about we have groups of different bad guys leading up to a main antagonist? I mean, there just can't be one bad guy in the world. You do all these little things to flesh out the world, and you would have an absolutely incredible game. I mean, the good things about The Witcher was like you go to a town, you go to a new town. Every new town had its stories, had its characters, had its quest lines, had its problems, had its own feel, had its own theme. You really just walked to different towns in Breath of the Wild, and there was really nothing to do other than find new recipes or find a new shop or talk to one of the 4 Power Rangers to try to get the Megazord. That was pretty much it. Nothing. So again, great blueprint, good game, but not great game. But if capitalized on, this could be an amazing game, like a game of the generation type game. But that's up to Nintendo. The bar has been raised in action, adventure, and RPG games in what is required based on a story, on characters, on quest lines, and things like that. And let's be real, people, that is not something that Zelda has really ever excelled in. And one other thing that needs to be addressed in the Breath of the Wild 2, if that's what they're going to call it, is the dungeons. I like the little trial things, the 100 little trial shrines and palaces, whatever they're called, but Zelda has always been, get a drink, it has always been about the temples, about the dungeons, and the primary focal point of the Zelda game was not even in Breath of the Wild, and that was rather disappointing to me. That's something that absolutely needs to change. So overall, I mean, we had a lot of good things from this Nintendo site or this Nintendo E3. I'd probably give it a B plus overall. I mean, they're showing that they are putting out first party games. They're showing that they're getting good third party support. They're showing that they're getting mature rated games, adult themed games. It's not like I'm going into looking at a Switch and seeing that I can only buy games for children. The obvious negatives for the conference, why it can't get an A, are I agree wholly. Xenoblade X was terrible. The obvious shortcomings of the conference are simple. The reason why it can't get an A is simple, and you already know what I'm going to say. Retro Studios has not shown a game in 6 years, so by default, it cannot get an A, period. Another thing that is very disappointing, we still have no significant upgrades to the Switch Online. You're paying $20 online, but you're paying for a paid service, and what are you getting? We still have no friend, link ups or voice chat or party chat or anything standard that's been on the original Xbox in 2002. So again, because of those things, I cannot give the conference an A, but I believe a B plus is more than fair. So let's check out some of these comments before I get out. I'll probably have a video for tomorrow I'm probably going to make because, I got to get on making my videos about these loot boxes and things like that. That's just me. So playing My Friend Pedro, I heard that's pretty good. My number 9 ukulele were a letdown. I agree. Bond, you see my summer tattoo. I don't really want to see it. PS4 rumors saying no more load times. That can always be a good thing. FF6 is the FF game that everyone talks is the best. I mean, I believe more people say 7 is the best, but they don't really know 6 is actually the best one. Did you see the tweet of that Xbot dude crying about exclusives saying that they aren't needed as factual info? No, but that's pretty sad. I knew Black Bomb was going to mention that Microsoft was not doing jack with Banjo. Yeah, they probably just need to sell the IPs back to Nintendo, to be honest. That would probably be the best thing they could do. They've really done nothing with Rare. Them Contra Rogue Corps looks like garbage. I agree. Nintendo needs price drops. I also agree. I'm surprised that the Psychic Densetsu 3 got a localization, let alone a remake. I 100% agree. Like, what is taking so long? Next Sony portable when? I kind of feel like they're going to build a portable or something. Or some kind of streaming device. Or I don't know. Stop ducking Ravish. It's funny how people say ducking. I mean, if enjoying your summer and being poolside is ducking, then guess what? I will duck all summer long. I prefer a Holy War remake. Your opinion? Pass on RE5 and 6. I mean, I feel like everybody has a copy of Resident Evil 5 at this point in time. I think RE3 remake is coming. I hope so. Dragon Warrior Edric Trilogy remake, like they did on the 3DS with 7. I mean, did they already remake that? They just poured them over. Bond, you're a hater like BG on RE6. What is wrong with y'all? Be quiet. Don't make me time you out. Go on AGS. Need that entertainment. The problem with AGS is this, right? I got to do my own podcast, and BG insists on keeping it more than 2 hours, and that is already way too much. And then I got a podcast, AGS. I can't be in podcast for 5 to 6 hours. Like, that can't happen. Unless something major was to happen, it can't happen. Pokemon Sword and Shield looks like butt for 3DS standards, let alone Switch standards. After all, the standards set by Coliseum on the GameCube, my heart is broken and I feel betrayed. Turbo Pikachu, were you ever on the GameSpot forums back in the day? For some reason, I feel like I remember you way back when. DualShock battery is garbage. I have to charge it every few hours. I agree. Do I need to play The Witcher 1 and 2 before 3? No, you're good with 3 because 3 recaps 1 and 2 greatly. Astral Chain is M. Interesting. Oh, no, they said teen. Okay. Still no Metroid or Bayonetta. Yeah, that was disappointing. Bayonetta wasn't there. Belandrew says that Contra looks mad spooky. I agree. Daemon X Machina looks like Armored Core. I hope so. No More Heroes 3 is exclusive. Kind of thought that. More people asking me to go on Hard 8's podcast. Bro, I'm pulling up on Pokemon. Let's see. Nintendo showing that love to the sisters, something Black Pond knows nothing about. Oh, man. I'm getting Witcher 3 on the Switch to support the CD gods. Thank you for that donation, Nick Evans. I'm out here doing work. Only one donation, but hey, it's all good. Y'all came out here to watch. I appreciate that. Oh, yeah, let's talk about... Actually, no, we already talked about Tifa. That'll be another video. Crystal Chronicles was fun with friends. I agree. 843 days since Breath of the Wild launch, and Jimmy still hasn't beaten it. Oh, man. Zelda needed dungeons and unique boss fights. Main villain with a plot story. Agree. Xenoblade X is my favorite Xenoblade. Can anyone name any other sci-fi space RPGs? Mass Effect. You're welcome. Bob will be flipping his opinion in a month on what? I don't know. Okay, that seems about it, people. Thank you for coming by. Appreciate it as always. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit that favorite, hit the bell. If I get 100 likes, that would be pretty cool, guys. You know, I mean, I did come out here for you. You know, I know you guys like to hear my opinion, my views. You know, people like to hear the truth from a real gamer, a guy that doesn't pander to anybody. I don't care for Final Fantasy VIII. I told you that's one of the more boring Final Fantasy games that there is. The draw stock system is broken. It makes you break your characters, and by breaking your characters, it makes you not want to use spells like Ultima, but hey, it is what it is. But again, like, favorite, subscribe, retweet, share the video, follow your favorite YouTubers, your favorite podcasters, all the people out in the community. And you know what, guys? Final grade for the conference is a BB+, and I will catch you later. Next video will be on those loot boxes. Catch you guys next time.